Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to more Shadowverse content on my channel. As I promised, we will take a look at another cheap budget deck today, tailored especially to newcomers who are on a tight budget. Before diving deeper into the deck, let me just again express that the following video is part of a series of sponsored content by Cygames. Wanna check out the game? You will find download links for Shadowverse in the video description. It is free to play and available for Steam, iOS and Android, so why not give it a try? Great, so now let's start with our deck. For today I decided to pick a budget aggro bloodcraft deck, also called Facecraft, because that's what we are doing. As you can see, the deck is not containing any legendaries, but I will give you a tip later in the video what legendary card you should definitely craft to improve the overall performance of the deck a lot. The strategy as a face deck is surely really simple. Do not care too much for opposing followers and instead go directly to the face. It is true for the majority of playing situations. From time to time you will also take down some favorable traits, but in general your opponent's life points are your biggest friend. On the other hand, you personally don't care too much if you are getting damaged, because that will just help you in the long run to get to your vengeance ability. As you are probably aware of, Bloodcraft has the vengeance ability that will trigger when your total life points are at 10 or lower. If vengeance is active for you, the class had a lot of cards that will either get new powers or are getting buffed in some way or the other. In this cheap version of the aggro bloodcraft theme, you are especially looking at the bronze card Dark General, who is getting Storm if vengeance is active for you. Extra Storm units helping you to get to the reach you need to push more damage into the face, and because the unit is only costing you 4 play points, you have the ability to play 2 of those on the same turn for a total of 8 damage directed into the face. Earlier to your Storm finishing moves, you're looking forward to establish a solid board to constantly push damage each turn. A card that is helping you in this task is the new Tempest of the Gods gold card, Galretto, Devil of Love. As long as this follower is on the board, your other units are safe from any targeting spells or effect. This will make it harder for your opponent to clear the board through destruction cards, but keep in mind that non-target spells or effects are still working without a problem, so always be careful and try to plan ahead what you might face on a future turn. The absence of a specific legendary is hurting the deck quite a bit, and that's definitely my recommendation for you to craft. I'm talking about Belphegor here, another new Tempest of the Gods card. This one is fixing one of the problems of the Bloodcraft aggro deck, that is the lack of card draw otherwise. With Belphegor you can draw an additional 2 cards, plus furthermore she will always activate Vengeance for you due to the second side effect. Without Belphegor, the deck is also working on the lower brackets up until rank A, but fixing your card draw problem should be a high priority on your list and will also improve the win rate immense. Otherwise you're running out of steam normally between turn 5 and 6, so you are forced to go hyper aggressive for the finishing blow until then. Alright, so far for the deck. Gonna show it to you now in a few games, and don't forget to comment below if you have questions or feedback, and hit the like or follow button as well. Merci, and let's play some games. Alright guys, so let's start. We are going here against Shadowcraft, and every game that you are seeing today is played on AA rank. I'm still not master, still missing I guess 15,000 more points. I'm not sure, but it's still a bit off. So against Shadowcraft we are just replacing everything. You want to have a 1-drop early to start, very aggressive. Otherwise you might fall a bit behind in your plan. There is one, unfortunately nothing to play on turn 2, at least for now. And Shadowcraft is normally also kinda aggressive, so we're either facing the aggressive version, which is a bit weaker than the mid-range version, but still strong, don't forget that. And I'm very looking forward for the balance patch that should come in 1 or 2 weeks, I guess. Just another 3-drop. Ah, damn it. So still Ambling Wraith is of course good, dealing 1 damage to both leaders. So he's down to 19, we are down to 19. Don't care too much for that, but we want to have a 2-drop here on the next turn. If we cannot play something, that's very hurtful for our tempo. Razory Claw, yeah. Okay, better than not playing anything. So Razory Claw is another 3 in the face. We are getting 2 in the face and 1 from the Ambling, so he's down to 15. Next turn we're definitely playing the Vampire Noble. The Mini Soul Devil is then probably coming turn later, I guess. Bartoi Sergeant. And yeah, that was a nice 2-drop. The Vampire Princess would have been really good on 2, and then the Vampire Noble on turn 3. That would have been way nicer because he weren't able to damage the Vampire Princess. Nonetheless, let's go for the Vampire Noble. 1 more in the face. he will then attack with the Sergeant here normally. We are spawning one Forest Bat because the Vampire Noble has Clash. That means whenever he is getting attacked, he's then dropping it. Oh, damn it, Forest Bat. That was just the zombie. So unfortunately, our Vampire Noble is going down. And we will now just go for the Ambling again. We are dropping another Vampire Noble. Opponent can unfortunately evolve next turn. So he's definitely killing the Vampire Noble. And we're only spawning one Forest Bat. But then on our next turn, we're just going with Mini Soul Devil and Vania Vampire Princess, which is spawning another Forest Bat because we're evolving the Vania. Plus we are healing and dealing damage with the Mini Soul Devil. There's Prince Catacomb. Very good card for him in this situation. He's just giving every of the units a skeleton when they are dying. So that's why he's spawning a skeleton there. Is he using the... He's not using evolving here. He should evolve. That is killing another unit. Oh, he's going for the soul conversion. Spawning another skeleton, and it looks like, oh, he's not evolving. That's super interesting. Get another Vampire Noble. That would also be a possibility. So we could just go for the Vania and the Vampire Noble. Problem is, of course, that we would then need to trade. Otherwise, we are spawning more Forest Bats than we can have on the board. So that would be a possibility. And I like to go... Yeah, we're going for the Soul Devil then. And the Vania. Don't evolve the Vania. We're getting a Forest Bat on the board. We're dealing 1 damage through the Vania. We're dealing 1 through the Mini Soul Devil. And we're healing back for 1. So we are at 13, opponent's at 10. We could just trade here quite a lot. Because then our board is still full. While our opponent has only 1 unit on the board. So that would mean we are not pushing that much damage into the face, but that could also help us in this situation. Another option would be to just clear everything besides the Prince Catacomb, keeping the Prince alive and pushing 1 more in the face. That's another option. We're definitely... Yeah, I guess we are killing the skeleton as well, just leaving the Prince on the board. That's 9 then. That's a thing where you want to clear a bit. If he's dropping another unit and then evolving, he's getting another 1 point of damage from the Mini Soul Devil, which is good. Plus, of course, he is normally targeting the Vania now, because that might be more of a pain for him, and that means we can just evolve next turn again and deal another 1 point with the Mini Soul Devil. There's a Lesser Mummy, which has Storm now, and there's a Goblin. Plus a Shadow Reaper, that's a nice board for him. Killing, of course, the Mini Soul Devil. What else is he doing? It's a trait, and he should also evolve the Goblin. Yeah, there you go. So Goblin is killing the Vania Vampire Princess. At least that's what he should do. There you go. So this one is down. The Soul Reaper here, the Shadow Reaper is now at 4-4. We're getting Galretto, and we have the Vampire Noble. So that means we're going for that. We are killing the skeleton just to spawn a Forest Bat, and then the Shadow Reaper needs to hit the Vampire Noble. Another 2 into the face. Our units are not targetable because we have Galretto on the board. Cerberus. Yeah, that gives him Coco and Mimi into the hand. Let's see what he's doing. Going for the evolve on the Cerberus, so the Vampire Noble is going down. We would spawn another Forest Bat. Unfortunately, the board is full, so that means we're not getting a Forest Bat. Shadow Reaper now at 6-6. He could just go for 8 in the face, but then he has a problem that he might be going down. Galretto going down. And 6 in the face. Looking forward. Oh, there's a Dark General. I was really looking forward to see a Storm unit, and Dark General is one. So we have exactly 7 on the board. And with that, it is GG. Alrighty, next game, Bloodcraft versus Swordcraft. So that will be, I guess he's playing with triple Albert, stuff like that, just going face all the time. Definitely looking forward to see a 1-drop here, so we're just replacing everything. Also, Galretto is nice, but let's just get the 1-drop. There is one. Goblin, Spiderweb Imp, and Vania Vampire Princess. That's decent. Definitely can work with that. Also, Blood Wolf. Yeah, for sure. So depending on what our opponent is playing here, if he's dropping something on the first turn, we might either go for the Spiderweb Imp or the Blood Wolf. He is going for the Vanguard, and then I think it might be more useful to play the Spiderweb Imp and play the Blood Wolf 1 turn later. So we're getting 2 damage here from the Spiderweb Imp. But that means he cannot attack us. We can just hit him in the face. And then play with the Blood Wolf, which is safe because we have a nice little ward here. And can just hit him in the face. Old Soul Swing, hitting the Spiderweb Imp. If he is attacking right now... Oh, he's doing that. We can just trade if we need to. Get another Blood Wolf. Yeah, then I really like to trade because we can just keep the Blood Wolf alive. We're just killing both units. And we're hitting him for 2 in the face. Keeping the Blood Wolf on the board. We can go for another Blood Wolf next turn and the Vampire Princess, for example. That would then be 5 in the face. He's then down to 12. Plus we are also down to 14. So the Dark General is not too far away. There's the Angel of the Word. He's killing the Blood Wolf. Get the Vampire Noble, which is really strong in combination with the Vampire Princess. Still... I mean, we could just go for the Vampire Noble here. Then play Vania on the next turn with the Blood Wolf. That would also be an option. Yeah, I like that a bit more. He's evolving anyway next turn. So he's down to 16. So we can expect that he's dropping 1 unit. Then he's attacking, evolving the unit, attacking the Vampire Noble. We are spawning... Oh, he's not doing that. He's going for a Storm unit. Still spawning the Forest Bat here, so he's probably trading. Yeah, there you go. And he's keeping the evolution points, which is interesting. So then just play the... Oh, we can even play... Oh, that's great. We can play everything. So let's go for the Vania Vampire Princess. We're evolving, spawning a Forest Bat. That's 1 more in the face. We can kill his unit. And 1 in the face. We go for the Blood Wolf here, another 2 in the face, and Goblin is also coming. That's pushing us down to 14. So the Dark General, not missing too much here. If our opponent is hitting us once in the face, we should be good to go over the Dark General. He's now at 12. His first target will be the Vampire Princess, of course. So if he has a Soul Swing, that would be difficult. But he could just use the Soul Swing, get also a unit on the board. Mentor's Teaching. That's +1 on the Quick Blader, which is now killing the Vania. So we can still drop another unit and evolve. There's a Veteran Lancer. Definitely seeing an evolve on that. And now would be a very good time to have a Belphegor. So that's a card I'm really missing in the deck. But it's a budget deck, so we are still good. There is the Imp Lancer. That's a Storm unit. Can just drop that here. And then we can... take down his unit, for example. We can just use our small guys here to take down the unit. And then evolving for another 5 in the face. So that will be 6 and he's down to 6. Dark General then is another 4 if we can get down to 10. Which is not given here, of course. Well, let's do that. So that's a 5-8. Very good. So that is 6 in the face. He is down to 6 now. If you would have now Belphegor in the situation, you would go down to 10, of course, but you're getting another 2 cards, plus then the Vengeance is active for you, so Dark General could hit him in the face directly, instead of just sitting in your hand and waiting until your opponent is going for the face, and then killing him. So it's definitely useful if you have the vials, or if you're looking for what you want to craft, definitely go for Belphegor on this deck. So he's down to 6. With 6 play points here, he could play, for example, Alvida's Command, there he goes, which is kind of good for him, because then he can just clear our units and also get a ward on the board. So yeah, he's killing the Goblin as expected and 3 in the face, which then on the other hand means that we are down to 11. And he is... Galretto. We're gonna kill this one, we are dropping Galretto. If he's pushing more damage into the face on the next turn, we'll then be able to play the Dark General and hit him in the face, so that's good. Right now, the small little Viking here cannot kill the Imp Lancer, so he would need to play another unit, kill the Imp Lancer. If he's not afraid of the Galretto here, he would just go for the face. There's a Blitz Lancer. Going for Galretto. Okay, and Mentor's Teaching. Another one. So our Imp Lancer is going down, he still has 3 points, and there's another V-Trooper, which means he's pushing us down to 9, we can go for the Dark General. As even evolving. Interesting, he's not keeping the evolution point for an Albert, that might come a bit later, so we're down to 7. And that's the Vampire Noble, which is excellent, because I'm a bit... Also, if he has Fangblade Slayer, it doesn't matter. We're still down. Anyway, let's try. If he has Fangblade Slayer, we are down. Otherwise, we should be good. Whatever he has, doesn't matter. If he has a Dance of Death, we're still not down. So he needs a Fangblade Slayer, that would be really good for him. Oh, yeah, okay, so there's the Fangblade Slayer. With that he has enough, exactly. Unfortunately, missing this one. So it was close, and we are down. Game 3, and with one will be Bloodcraft versus Runecraft. So in the last game, I'm totally sure that this was the right play, because Fangblade Slayer was the only card that could give him the victory in this situation. If he was getting, for example, if he was dropping Albert, that was only 3 damage, he needed to kill our small little ward there, so there was no chance for him to kill us. If he was playing Dance of Death, that would only be 6 damage. So in general, that should have been the right play there. Instead of, we could have used the Dark General, of course, for a trade, but cannot be sure that there is a Fangblade Slayer. So it's gonna drop those 2 here. Dance of Death, Dark General. We're keeping the Blood Wolf. Hope we'll find a Wonder here as well, which is not happening, unfortunately. But we're going second, so we're getting an extra card, which is hopefully helping us. Opponent is, of course, not doing anything. The only card would have been the Insight, I guess, if he's playing with that. So Goblin, it will be then either a Blood Wolf, or we are again playing the Spiderweb Imp, if we want to save the Blood Wolf here. Depends a bit on... he's not doing anything, so yeah, definitely then going for the Blood Wolf. Pushing 3 in the face. We are down to 18, he's at 17. And we can just go for another Blood Wolf next turn. Grimnir. Grimnir is mean. Grimnir is mean, so if we just trade into Grimnir, would do that. And then another 2 in the face. Yeah, otherwise we are slowing a bit down. Maybe we could just go for a Spiderweb Imp here. That would save our units. And then we can evolve next turn, play Vania Vampire Princess and the Blood Wolf, for example. That would be a possibility. But I guess now we want to... Let's drop just now in the face. That's good. So we're down to 16, opponent is at 15. Then we are still going Vania and Spiderweb Imp. He is probably or hopefully dropping another unit, so that we can then evolve Vania, and we have the Imp here as a small little ward. Another Grimnir, that's okay. Definitely okay. With the Vania we are spawning a Forest Bat if we evolve it, and also we're dealing 1 damage in her face, opponent's face. Through the effect from the Vania, we're killing the Grimnir, plus another 2 into the face, so it is 12 to 14. Demonic Strike is another 3 that we can just push into the face. We have a Goblin here, so probably playing Goblin and Demonic Strike, plus an evolution on, for example, the Blood Wolf here or the Imp, depending on what our opponent is dropping. Okay, he is transforming everything into a snowman. Good. So we have a small little snowman army on the board. It doesn't matter too much, to be honest. Let's just stop a Goblin. We are evolving one of the snowmans. So we are still pushing 6 points of damage. That was not helping him too much. Plus the Demonic Strike is of course doing another 3. Means he's down to 3. Which is not much, and we still have units on the board. So even if one single unit is surviving here, we are winning. And I really like the artwork on the snowman. That's funny. I guess we are just seeing a concede now. Will be tough for him to clear the board and surviving. And if we are getting another Demonic Strike, for example, the game is over anyway. There's the Mage Levin, so he's evolving that. Have a nice form, summoning nice golem. Still evolving, and he has a Crimson Sorcery, so what he's doing is clearing 2 units. Yeah, Crimson Sorcery on the bigger snowman. There you go. That means right now we have, if we evolve, we have exactly 5 here to kill the Ice Golem. We also get Vania. So that is then, yeah, that's exactly what we need, right? So with the Vania, we are just evolving it, getting the Forest Bat, dealing 1 point of damage through the effect from the Vania again. And then we can just kill him. So the small little water is going down, and we have 2 left, so that's another victory. And with that, I'm at the end of today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, don't forget to hit the follow button and the like button. Would be appreciated, and I will then see you in the next video, which is coming on next Tuesday. So guys, see you and thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye bye.